I'll meet you at the top.
Yeah. All right, so this is called Berms, and we're at Ted's.
Yep.
And you're the tour guide. All right. All right, everybody. Well, welcome back for another, well, I guess a ride, right? That's a video, but you're going for a ride with us, and away we go. So as you kind of heard, you know, Cole, my eldest, he comes to Ted's. This is a place called Ted's. And I've never been here before at the time of the filming of this video, and he's giving me the grand tour. So him and his friends come here. He's, you know, a much better rider, and of course at this age and even today, you know, riding the bike that they don't care about. They're never going to get hurt, so it's okay. But this place is crazy hardcore for my taste. But he gave me some tours, various trails, and we started off here. And we began the grand tour here. So here we go. You can really see how chunky this is for a hardtail cross-country bike. Yeah, some of that stuff was pretty hairy.
Yeah, I know, for me too, because I want to keep the color, but it's fixed, you know? Like I can't quickly...
Oh, there's a puppy right there.
Random.
Oh, wants a fourth dog. Hey puppy, are you okay? Uh-oh, he's lost. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I looked for him, but that dog ran off and there's just no way to find him. So back in the saddle we are, and we continue our ride. You can see that the sun is setting. It's getting darker and darker. We're currently on a trail called TT, and this one is not too bad, cruising along. So far I haven't slid out, haven't died, so big fan of that. But really enjoying the scenery. Is it just me, or isn't it really cool to kind of just see the setting sun, the kind of reddish, orangish colors on the horizon
go straight, so.
As the sun sets and night begins to come in, and then of course eventually you're going to start seeing some either the moon or the star, like Venus or something. But anyway, it's pretty nice. It's one of the reasons why I enjoy riding a bike or hiking or just being out in the in nature in general. And of course the other plus is it's really cool to have the opportunity to spend time with my kids. You know, looking back on this, and hopefully he'll be looking back on this as well. These are fun memories. You know, it's really cool that we had the opportunity to do this together. So I love spending time with the family. They grow up fast. Anyway, enough of the mushy stuff. Back on the trail. So now that we're back on the topic of the trail, one of the things I wanted to point out as I'm just kind of chatting away and kind of reliving the video here, when it comes to Ted's, which is this whole mountainous area with the 5,000 different trails that crisscross each other, one of the things I really noticed is the type of dirt that is here. It's much different than Lake Hodges or Daly Ranch or whatever. Everyone has their own. Every location has its own kind of micro characteristics or something. But the type of dirt here, if it's dry, it's super slippery. Dries quick, after rain or whatnot, but it's kind of interesting. Also, too, it really has a lot of divots. So a lot of these berms have a lot of, what's that word? The pits, right? Potholes. Thank you, self. Who doesn't talk to themselves and, thank themselves for reminding them of a word. But yeah, so there's a lot of potholes. Right there is a jump that someone could have taken. And don't hit the cactus. Anyway, but yeah, so it's one of the things I noticed. And if you are going to attack this, look at that huge gap right there that I am absolutely not going to take. But look at all the washout. Man, it's crazy. It's like super chunky. And then the other thing too to point out is because it's a hardtail, forget just the concept of the position on the bike, the geometry, which is challenging because you're upright versus laid back, but it's bouncing.
What? I just wanted to stop and wait for you, so. That is crazy.
All right, back at it. So hitting the trail again after catching our breath and figuring out what our next plan of attack is going to be. More of the same, different trails, but more of the same as far as chunky chunks. But what I was going to mention too, speaking of how chunky it is, you can really see the difference in the video of how much it bounces.
I think that's the same outlet.
Yeah, it is. Most of them, okay, not most of them actually, take it back all. Quite a few of them come into right here and then you lead back up, which I like. Just kind of a continuous loop. I'll meet you at the top.
Yeah.
Don't you love it when your high schooler says, hey, I'll meet you at the top, and you're dying, and they're just like speeding away as they're going uphill. Anyways, you can see stars are out. It's really pretty. And it is time to head home. So lights are on. It's dark.
Okay.
This is kind of the north side. So we're exiting Ted's, which is going to lead us eventually into a neighborhood. And then on this particular ride, we actually rode from the house to here. So it's going to probably be another, I don't know, 20 minutes. You're not going to see it, but we got to the neighborhood and then just took streets back to where we live. And that was it. But yeah, this is behind some houses here at the neighborhood. There's some water runoff berms, guides. I don't know. They're like speed bumps, but they're for water to run off at an angle. I'm sure there's a fancy term for it, and I'm not going to look it up. But this is all gravel that was brought in. Obviously not natural, not indigenous to the trail, but pretty soon you're going to see how it turns out in between these homes. Got these poles here to prevent vehicles, and then it's boom, it's street side, and then you just take the street and you go all the way home. That's it, guys. Well, thanks for stopping by.
Okay, girls, tell them who they are if they're receiving this transmission.
You are one of the 47 Ronin. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.